Now you might be wondering, Ivan, it's 1 a.m. for you. Usually you end around this time. Why are you here? To that I say, good question, I played League. Right now, some time spent on playing a video game. Some time spent playing a video game with other people to watch. I'm trying to find my bottle opener that I've had here. Where's my bottle opener? It was right here. Where did my bottle opener go? How am I to open my beer? I want my bottle opener. All I have is 5 million energy drink cans up here. Because I often start them and then stop drinking them when they're at around a quarter. Or I have a sausage. I have a sausage. Because I felt like snacking. So you're gonna have like a short 1 hour Pujan stream. While I'm eating a sausage. And I'm gonna be enjoying a beer. So I would generally say today's stream is gonna be as long as my beer lasts. So I can give or take half an hour. And the sausage, but the sausage is like halfway done. These crude buildings resemble the shanties in the lower decks of the ship. A makeshift workbench designed for both handcrafting stubber rounds and carpentry. You asleep and watch, straighten your back, spread your feet. Yeah, you were shooting things. Gunfire here is done in single shots only. Every bullet is precious. Vitka Dunavsky. Yeah, you wanted to talk with me, didn't you? Well, sausage is good. I might cook with this tomorrow, if I'm allowed to. Let me have a bit of beer. Cheers. Oh, this beer is good. No, I don't think I'm going to buy another crate of this, because I'm craving something more malty. Sausage. Right. The Captain Quartermaster tears her gaze away from the slab of fibrous meat before her. A black stone glints in her ruined eye socket. It is good to see you, your lordship. By your leave, I would like to discuss the regiment's oaths with you. What is it you want to discuss regarding the oaths? Our oath of loyalty, your lordship. When you return victorious on the Drover's lair, Izdrik is going to challenge you. I wanted to warn you, Colonel Butoshsky will fight bitterly and you should prepare well. I once saw him drench himself in promethium and set himself on fire before fighting 3 of the Drover's shoots unarmed. He is a fearsome enemy. Why would he want to fight me? You said yourself that everything has already been decided. And why do we praise the God Emperor even when all seems lost? Why do we struggle to survive even where we should surely perish? Because we have no choice but to fight against the inevitable. Isdrik will battle for the regiments against the Emperor's angels. As the handbook states, the only thing a guardsman should fear is the failure of their duty. And how do you suggest I prepare myself then? No, I'll eat my sausage, that's how you prepare. Eat a sausage. This sounds actually good. This is one of the few very rare sausages I actually like eating. Like, don't get me wrong, I like sausages, but I'm very peculiar about the sausages I eat. Because if the sausage is, like, I don't know, something that is there about, like, German sausages that I just don't enjoy. And this is one of those rare exceptions because it's actually spiced well, instead of the bland, boring stuff that most German sausages tend to be. Oh, this one's good. Yeah, I should probably be genius instead of talking about sausages. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be sucking dick on stream, because, you know, sucking a sausage, lemao. Walk around the cage, listen to the people. Work to understand us, then you will know what to do in the trial match. I have faith in you, your lordship. A half-mad smile, that of a true fanatic, touches Vetka's lips. As I approached the camp, I heard a song. You mean the hymn of the lost, Lord Captain. By it we live, and by it we die. If you want to learn anything about it, just ask. I know it by heart. Its lyrics are not exactly cheerful. It reminds us that our survival is built upon the bones of the collapse that came before, and that upon our own bones will our children grow. It speaks of our duty and of atonement. What is this tomb that it refers to? Deep within the roots are Xenos ruins. We do not venture there as a rule. It is a cursed place, a place of death. Vitka's hand reflexively moves towards her missing eye, then she pulls it back. There is a whole list of names within it. Thus we honor our heroes. With each call-up, the song grows, line by line, name by name. It began with Sergeant Zarkov, the first commander to rise from the ranks of the Common Penal conscripts. We named this word in his honor. The greatest honor is to be enshrined in the lines of the hymn after death. Interesting, thank you. You are most welcome, Lord Captain. Hello, Nos. Long time no see. In chat, that is. I finish this sausage. I like this sausage. This sausage is good. This sausage is very tasty. This sausage is good. And with this beer, even better. Why? Okay. But hello, Nos. Good evening, man. How's it going? What do you know about the regiments as his home world? Mirov is a world that has nothing but metal and throngs of people. Every one of them lives, serves, and dies in the name of the God Emperor. Our stories say the brother generals have turned their backs on his light, and now they do whatever they please to regiments like ours. I think some of the stories are exaggerated to strike fear into recruits. If we can serve the God Emperor among the stars, why concern ourselves with some brother generals? It's been going good, yes, yes. Damn, the Skaven took you over? Yep, I'm doing decent. Yeah, I gotta admit I've been playing a bit too much League recently, but it's also been fun. Except today. Today was, wild. You know the meme of, like, the jungler is bad? Yeah, have that happen 10 games. You only win 2 of them because... But yeah, I'm doing well. Been taking care of my vault backlog. Been dwelling in Classic. It's not out yet publicly. It's not out on the, it's on the PBE. And I honestly, I don't think I'm gonna play League Classic. Because, there is nothing for me to try there. The only things I would be interested in, sort of, would be playing maybe one game of Old Graves. And, maybe AP Scion, like 2 games of Old Scion. Unless they release Lysandra, I can't say I'm interested in League Classic. Not to say it's bad, just not my type, you know. Oh, this beer is good. But yeah, no, League Classic isn't out yet. It's gonna be another 5 days until it's out. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it. But yeah, I mean, I recently made a new short. I uploaded a new one, a very simple one, but I liked making that one. So let me just shamelessly show that one off because I like that one. So let me just show off this new short, which you can find on the YouTube channel. So this is the one I made. It has no audio. I mean, it was just a part of a VOD that I haven't uploaded yet. I have all of them ready to upload, but I haven't had the opportunity to upload them yet. Very simple, but I liked it. I liked it. Just the fact that Pujan is just like levitating with the Halo music, I feel that was peak. That was, to me that was peak. There wasn't a lot I had to edit about this one. I mean, the most of the thing in that one was just keeping the camera zoomed in on Pujan and having just like the sprinkle on top was the Polish levitation. Because when I went to Google to like look for something to enhance this joke, right? I just entered Poland levitating, and I found out about mag rails and was like, oh, this is very cool. And then I looked at images and I found this like Facebook ass post of like Polish engineers have been making like levitating trains, and I was like, what if I just take bits and pieces of what's written there and just turn it into Polish levitating technology? I feel that made it quite funny. What have you been up to, Nosp? Have you been dabbling in League Classic? I mean, you can go to the PB. What is the connection between your regiment and my dynasty? Your illustrious ancestor, Siberian von Valencius, saved us from the terrible fate of obscurity and took the first call up into his own service. He gave us good uniforms and weapons, and then there were the von Valencius gifts. Stories passed down from our ancestors tell us of how the Rock Triada removed these gifts from his own body and offered them to soldiers who had proven themselves better than all the rest. These boons made them even stronger. When you say he removed from his own body? Augmentix, your lordship. In our songs, it is said your ancestor possessed so many gifts that he could share them with others. I don't know if this is true, but that the Rock Trader supplied the entire regiment with prosthetics is certain. We continue his work as best we can. Vedga demonstratively clenches her metal hand, which is tipped with claws of bone. Do many people here support Bartoszki? Yes, your lordship. Your arrival is bound to bring change, and few people are fond of change. Some believe that rejoining the Imperium will lead to trouble because of the regiment's history. There are others, like myself, of course, who have no fear of meeting his servants, and we look forward to the day when we can return to serving humanity. These disagreements have never been anything more than a reason to chew the fat on patrol, but now... Regardless, all of us will swear the oath. You can be sure of that. If anyone refuses, we'll grant them final atonement ourselves. Argenta bestows upon the young woman a look brimming with genuine warmth. Nothing Argenta burp. I was told that true faith is most easily witnessed in the hour of greatest trial, and here it stands before me. Years of deprivation have not robbed you of your faith in the God Emperor, and the imminent oath of loyalty to his anointed shall be a worthy reward for this feat of the spirit. What can you tell me about Zarkov? It is a world of terrors. Every living thing is trying to kill you, and if it doesn't succeed, it will certainly try again. The best thing we have here is our people. Zarkov has tempered us, prepared us for atonement and our oath, whereas the final order of your exalted ancestor gave us purpose. That will be all, Captain Quartermaster. If you need anything else, I will be here. I found a shuttle on one of the neighboring worlds and contained a recorded message from a Moravian regiment. She reverently makes the sign of the Aquila. With her prosthetic, the sight leaves quite an impression. God Emperor, after so many centuries, Ruben Kharsovich, the 32nd Regiment's greatest hero, whom we remember as the departed, he boarded the shuttle the first Fugalab had discovered and went to the stars with a plea for help. He knew he would die out there in the void. He only hoped that our plea would be heard. We should know more about Zarkov. Oh, okay. May you farewell, Captain. By the God Emperor's will, your lordship. Oh, Nosp. Look, I don't know when was the last time you watched these streams, but Argenta now has a heavy flamer alongside the heavy bolter. Like, Argenta is, yeah. Argenta is, yeah, she has the heavy weapons. Minus 15 fellowship. Oh, the Drovis' cry. Oh well. Yeah, this one is very good when we make an attack against 3 agility. I mean, that would be good on Pujan, but Pujan in light armor? Nah. Lysandra with the cum gun, because everything else is kind of not really all that good. Yeah, the needle rifle. I'm not your Xenos pet, monkey. You kill an enemy with a critical hit. I mean, you know, the Ranger long rifle is better, just... Is this one 10 to ballistic skill? Do I have anything that could maybe be better? Intelligence instead of perception. Yeah, she has 80 perception, don't think it's gonna happen. So then stacks of tactical advantage was from psi rating and plus 15 persuasion. The hood grants 0 plus 10 bonus to willpower and plus 15% damage to psyche and navigator pass, but inflicts a minus 10 penalty to weapon skill and ballistic skill. No, I'm not getting rid of that. Horrors of the Warp immunity. The wearer gains plus 6 MP at the start of combat plus at least a subsequent turn. I mean, does she actually need that? I mean, more MP based off of her intelligence bonus. Plus 5 toughness? Yeah, no. When aware this successfully hits with a single shot attack. Nurik is a target at 2 cell range. Nope. Nurik can use shield swing with the shield against multiple enemies in the area. Oh yeah. Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a melee attack. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely this one. I mean the shield. Plus 7 additional damage to single attacks against human enemies, plus 5 against Medicae. Coercion test. Target is immobilized. Plus 1 AP per minute fire version from an arc rifle. Use Magnum. Oh no, that's. Using run and gun. No. Mobilized, slowed, anything. 16 pre-ones from combat stimulants. Yeah, that's a drogas. That's a Pujan thing, if anything. Plus 10 bonus to logic. If anything, that's a Lysandra thing. Plus 10 bonus to logic. 10 lore warp. Melt a scorching shot once per combat. That requires me to have anyone who would be able to use that. Hunt down the prey. Doesn't she have hunt down the prey? Automatically it cannot be parried or dodged. Nah. Against any target, nah. The parry reduction. Nah. Recall of all automatic weapons. The only one who has automatic weapons is Argenta, but plus 10 ballistic skill and critical damage? I can't get rid of that. Yeah, no, there's not many things here I could give her. And this is just too good to pass up, especially like in combining with Pujan armor pen, 10% armor pen. This one has 25% armor pen. And this one is armor pen divided by 5. If only I had a different bolter. I mean, this one has 60%. But I don't know, a bolter just feels more fun. A bolter just feels more fun, you know? Like, it's a bolter, for Christ's sake. But I hadn't. Just I had to, you know, leave my last gun behind. You left yourself behind instead. I didn't want to go here yet. Those standing before you look utterly spent. Dark circles ring their eyes and their movements are jittery and frantic. Every sign speaks of people pushed to the very brink. What is this to celebrate? Batursky speaks the truth. They'll take us all and toss us into the grinder as cannon fodder. And what is there for us here? To chew on vine leaves and shake with fear? I would rather die for the glory of the God Emperor among the stars. A soundless shriek glances through everything around you, setting your very eyes vibrating within their sockets. Fury, terror, and revulsion surge upward in a boiling tide from the depths of your consciousness. But feelings break against the unyielding rock of your will. A woman with a bone plate over one eye draws a knife and moves to plunge it into the man standing opposite of her. Seize this man at once, we cannot afford such a waste of life. Your words strike like a slap. The woman stares at her hands in horror, then casts the knife aside. Forgive me, your lordship. The drover, that bald creature. Thank you for bringing me to my senses. The standard punishment for bawling is no less than 20 lashes for each participant. The seneschal wipes away the blood trickling from his nose and continues more quietly. But under the present circumstances, I believe some leniency may be shown. You have to forgive our people. They're simply afraid. The woman makes to leave, but then hesitates. Listen, when you fight the colonel, try to strike him under the left ribs. A local beast got hold of him once, tore a rib clean out. He took that rib back and used it to stab the beast dead. Now he has a weak spot there. Thought it might help you. Okay, so under the left ribs. What is this here? A crude copy of the Military Handbook with lines mangled by repeated rewriting. Hundreds of names are etched upon the memorial, and space remains for thousands yet to come. It's just some goods. Ah, more edge killing me. Damn you, drover. Goddamn drover. Drover? I barely... Repairer. Kyorgan Luca. Hey, Luca. The makeshift hospital is a hive of activity. Here and there, the wounded moan through gritted teeth. A man wearing a chirurgeon's armband and lieutenant's insignia stands at one bed examining a patient, while a young assistant with the rank of a sergeant rushes about. There is nothing we can do here now. I'm sorry, Yovka, but your chances are slim. Yovka taught half the regiment how to shoot. He's got God Emperor given talent as an instructor. Sergeant, this is part of our duty. If we make a futile attempt to save one doomed man, we will lose him and a dozen of the soldiers we could have helped. Toughen up. Look, I understand. Atonement for the one. Go and save some others. I'll just manage on my own. I don't want to be a burden. What happened? Drill Sergeant Unjay Yovak was struck by one of the drovers' maces. We sutured the wounds from the spikes, but he seems to have internal injuries. Give him more time. We might have a way to help him. This servant of God Emperor thought with valor and utter devotion. Do not prolong his suffering. He has earned the Emperor's mercy for his loyalty. Argenta, don't fuck this up. You step back and wipe the sweat from your brow with the back of your bloodied hand. The patient's chest rises and falls steadily, and though his life is not yet saved, he has at least some chance of surviving long enough to be operated on fully. Thank you. He's like a father to the lovers, you know. We owe him, and you... The young sergeant falls into reflection. My gran would tell me stories about it. Wait, okay, it doesn't say if he went or if he succeeded or not. My gran would tell me stories about the first call-up. It's believed that your ancestors used to say that even the doomed are worth saving, for the depth of gratitude leads to grand deeds. It's not our way to taste our efforts and lost causes, but now, thank you once again. The regiment will not forget what you've done. Also, I take it I succeeded then? Because it doesn't... Medicaid test succeeded. Ooh, that was close. Oh, you know, that was close. So, Luca, anything else we can talk about? Our arrival is a sign of the above. Of this I'm certain. Oh, this is the tombs. Within the fleshy walls of a plant, you can see the outline of a human body floating in some kind of fluid.
A new challenge for me.
So this is how they take care of the dead. They wrap them in that. And I would assume the liquid probably like stops them from turning into zombies or whatever. Ancient non-functioning augmentics have clearly become objects of reverence. Open the genetic lock. Hello, this is my thing. Truly, the God Emperor has revealed a miracle to me. The heir of Siberian is... Uses attacks gain bonuses based on the type of weapon used. Attacks with Melta and Plasma weapons gain armor pen. Attacks with Bolt and Subprojector gain 5% over penetration chance. Attacks with Lance and Flame attack with Force and Power weapons gain number of Sanctum Deflection Negation, not negotiation. The Siberian for Valencia's records. So this is like an implant, I take it, right? Yeah, it's an implant. If I put that to her with exotic weapons, 50% over penetration chance. That would be huge. Oh yeah, I can't put that on her. I mean, he has a chainsaw, bolt and solid projectile, chain and primitive weapons, 15% parry reduction. Only 52% dodge chance, but 94% parry chance. But yeah, anyways. A sheet of paper covered in tiny handwriting. I, Siberian Valancius, the God Emperor's anointed one, his instrument in the coronus expanse and tamer of all things he knows. Commit these words to vellum, lest I be lost to the heart of the savage world, yes. To Colonel Zbresh, commander of the 32nd Merov Regiment, I ordered the Penal Regiment to decamp and proceed to their gunners, to surrender to the authority of the next scion of the dynasty. Together with my heir, they shall venture to the stars, serving as a blade and a shield to my successor. Why am I just doing a lance? Like, I'm trying to do bulk bogan, but I don't fully remember how bulk bogan works. I'm just doing, like, lancer. My retinue is to seize the colonel and expend every conceivable effort in the search for my heir. Further instructions shall be left in locations separately agreed upon with the parties concerned. Oh yes, I am Lancer. The structure collects moisture from plants, which later drains into the tank. There's a little bit of ooze trickle out. The dried, I suppose. Oh, spouse. To Drover's a slayer? Oh, not yet. The Drover's girls recede into the glooms of the woods. What is this?
I have learned much.
Judging by the Drover's shoots, this creature cannot have formed spontaneously. Thousands of years ago, someone must have interfered in its development, guiding it in the right direction. Hello, Greek Batoshki. Batoshki watches you like a predator on the hunt. With a heavy sigh, he pulls himself together and crosses his powerful arms across his chest. Let's get one thing straight, Lozer. You're here to subvert our ways. Take us to the stars. That's been foretold, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. His last statement ends in a deep, guttural growl. Izdrik leans forward, as if ready to pounce, but makes no move to. I heard you saved your Sergeant Jovaka's life. Izdrik is silent for a while, then nods slightly. Thank you. Now then, was there something you wanted to discuss? If you don't like me so much, why did you bother helping me? Because you're going out there to kill the drover. If you pull it off, it's definitely a gift to the entire regiment. If you die, but my advice helps you wound it first, then at least we'll have a chance to finish it off later. I opened Siberian's stasis container. His slugs were inside, and within them orders for your regiment. With all due respect to your most holy ancestor, his orders are of little use now. Keep them. After all, it is your legacy. We found a shuttle in the system. It contained a recording of a distress signal that came from the regiment. The colonel notes. Second. In the first collapse of the second decade, our ancestors found a flying machine somewhere. They decided they needed to make their presence known. So one soldier got in and flew off to transmit a distress signal. No one ever heard from me again. His name, Ruban Korsukovich, is written on the memorial wall. I should know all about the drover. That thing is ancient and huge. My great-grandfather saw it in the roots way back. We've known about it for ages, but this is the first time it got this close. What should you expect from it? It keeps its weak spot out of sight among the roots, and it's almost impossible to get there, unless you make it angry enough that it comes out. So first you'll have to deal with its armored shots. There are different kinds of them, and we've given them different names based on how they act. Barricades, mesas, groves, and flowers. Tell me about the maces. Yunur tells me you've seen them already. You recognize it at once. It's a long vine with thorns on the head. The colonel bears several ugly scars on his arm. It curves you up deep. You bleed to death before you can blink. The creature you can also spit its sucker at you. Walls slip up and you're a shriveled husk. If you manage to hack it up good, it'll try to dive back into the roots to regrow elsewhere. But there's a take to it. Catch it with a burst of fire, and the mace loses its nerve and stays put. Barricades, that doesn't sound very apt. They're not dangerous in themselves, but the drover uses them to block a path. They're thick and dense. Watch yourself when you're smashing them. They're bristly with thorns. Strike it the wrong way and you're sure to get skewered. And you have to hurry. Any cuts in it heal very quickly. Isrik holds out his palm, displaying a scar from a wound that went right through, clearly the work of one of those thorns. What are the growths? Like a bunch of abscesses they are. They ripen on the roots, then a swarm of carnivorous mages bursts out. Smash the growth early, otherwise the more the bastard will hatch. A web of small bites on the man's shoulders alludes to the size of the insects. Flowers sounds harmless enough, deceptively so, I assume. Petoshki smirks, bearing a shin hideously scarred by an acid burn. It spits globes of caustic sap. Anything they hit gets sizzled. It also sprays pollen for some reason. It seems harmless though. But if you see a flower dissolve into a puddle of acid, don't think it's safe for a second. It's just another trick. Wait a little while and that flower will be back up again. I said that the shoots are armored. The drover inserts its gross and messes into all the bones and wears them like we wear armor or clothes or armor. But there's a trick to it. Fire makes the drover tremble, and that makes the growths either break their armor or shake it off. Isdrig makes a dismissive motion with his hand and scoffs. And no, I didn't get any scars on the armor. So how do I kill the creature? As I said, the drover itself hides in a tangle of roots. It will only come out if you chop down a whole bunch of its shoots. But here's the thing. No one's been ever able to kill it. Usually it just runs away. We don't have weapons like yours. So if you're fired and you have incendiary weapons, the colonel fixes you with a fierce glare, but nonetheless unclips a pair of hand flames from his belt. Here, weapons of the first column. Rare and precious. When your time comes, detonate them before you die. Hand flamer. Thank you for the advice. He simply grunts and responds, it cost me nothing to give it. You fought it then? A long time ago. I'd just become colonel. Out it came. Not very close, but still close enough to be a problem. It almost gobbled up one of the outposts. My father and I took a squadron without to attack it. They all perished and my father took our remaining grenades and leapt into the drovers' maw. The beast ate its fill and slunk away. I should have found my atonement there, but I made it out. If I had been exposed to so much of its poison as a child, I would have died there. What is that thing anyway? Where did it come from? Who knows? It's not really a beast, more of a weed, though it shows more wheat than your average recruit in the way it uses bones. And how it's always popping up here and there. We even got legends about this thing. Is there any way I can prepare myself for its poisons? The colonel raises an eyebrow and looks at you with grim amusement. We prepare while we still recruit, but you can try the rot extract, but it'll be really foul. Even if you don't give your soul to the God Emperor, your body might still not adapt. What is the rot extract? We brew it up from those killed by the drovers as poison. If you're not so badly poisoned that your daddy wished you died, then for a while all kinds of poisons won't be more dangerous than water. Eve. I'm good, I'll do without it. A sensible decision. You don't have that kind of conditioning, we do. Judging by Batoshki's, a sensible decision was intended as an insult. Okay, cool. A humming noise. The pain comes and goes. As a result of its cry, Batoshki suddenly claps his hand twice, applauding your quick wit. Thank you for sharing your experience, Colonel. Whatever you may think of me, I won't send someone to be butchered just for a laugh. I have a question regarding your world. In the Colonel's grumbling, you think you catch a hint of approval. Tell me about the 32nd Penal Regiment. What exactly do you want to know? If you're cut off from command here, how are ranks appointed? In the first call-up, the rank of colonel was a lifetime post. He granted all other promotions and demotions unilaterally. The rank passed to his son, then to his grandson, who turned out to be a weakling. The others slit his throat, and the strongest and most cunning of them took the colonel's position. He set the rule that if you wanted promotion, you prove your worth. You fight a trial match against others with the same ambition. It's the same for every rank. If you're aiming to become sergeant, you head into the woods with the other candidates. If you make it mech, you earn the rank. Is that how you became colonel too? Yes, only we didn't go into the woods. We settled it all right there in the cage. 6 of us without to fight. That was the only one left. If they all hadn't swatted me, I might have spared someone. Automatic spirit of doesn't necessarily make the big commander. Improbable succession to dictatorship by the best killer. Huh? I don't know those fancy words, but I know this. The best killer, as you put it, is only on top as long as the troops suspect him. Either that, or as long as they're feared. Tell me about the Merov regiment, Colonel. A lot's been forgotten. It's not like our regiment is mentioned somewhere in the handbook, if you catch my meaning. Rick takes a hand into his beard, abruptly yanking out a wriggling stalk. We came from Mirov. It's the kind of place where the brother generals are constantly looking for an excuse to snatch you up and throw you into a penal region. Breathe the wrong way or say the wrong thing. Welcome to the service. As the stories go, there were plenty of these brother generals, more than enough to calm every decent soul. They treated their troops like toy soldiers, wasting their lives for sport instead of the God Empress's cause. Occasionally they sent them to the stars, but of course it was just to serve as shields for the regiments. The first call-up, our ancestors, was just made of just such unfortunate lads who ended up in the brothers' hands. Is your regiment a bit small for you to bear this rank? Petoshki gives a vicious grin. Here in the cage, we don't even have half the company, it's true, but you haven't seen a whole lot. Some have been cut off by the Dredge's siege, and others I've stashed away just in case. Still, we have plenty of smaller outposts scattered across the world, transit points for hunting units, and all kinds of other strongholds. So even if we all die here by the God Empress's will, the rest of the regiment will live. What is your connection to my dynasty? An expedition. Batorsky grins crookedly as he says it. The first call-up was requisitioned by Siberian Valancians. I don't think they complained, better than serving as human shields for other regiments. Your ancestors was a great man. Our songs still carry the tales of our campaigns at his side. Then we were stranded here. The Rock Trader managed into the roots, leaving us with the final order. Hold this world. And hold it we did. I see. Talk about something else. I want to know more about Zarkov. This is our home, bitter, wild, and deadly, just like us. I agree, the environment is exactly welcome. You have no very dialect yet, and would you care to translate? The sayings you mean? The atonement for one comes from an old tradition that if the whole regiment perishes except for one, then all of that person's wrongdoings are forgiven, and eternal and faithful service to the God Emperor await them. But atonement takes many forms. Commissar Claptrap means lies, because our forebears never got any good from those deceitful, tempting spirits. If you want to know the rest, you should go ask Vedka. I heard the song is approaching camp. What was it? It was Hymn of the Lost, the song of the old collapse. It holds the answer to why we're here and what we're meant for. It's how we remember the fallen and warn the living. And as for the tomb, well, that's just a local horror story. The environment isn't exactly welcoming. Huge creatures of some kind once inhabited this world, but they all died out. The roots shut up after that. We often find a skull right near the middle of a root or a vertebrae the size of 3 men. It's clear as day the roots had grown right through them. There are virtually no animals, but every type of plant life imaginable. All of them practically humans. The drover is just another tree or flower, but the nastiest of them. There are also some ruins not made by human hands. You rarely go there. A decent man has no business in such a place. Ask Dunovsky. When she was up for a promotion to Captain Quartermaster, she led an expedition to those ruins. Well, I don't think I can ask her then. Why don't you just hand over command of the regiment since it's been foretold? A rasping growl escapes Petoshki's lips and he turns off into laughter. No, don't be foolish. Traditions are there to be honored and upheld. I'll face you, you're a Siberian, and make no mistake, I'll be fighting up for keeps. Colonel, what is leaf cocoons with the bodies inside? It's atonement for the one, air of Siberia. After death, our bodies are turned into poisons, medicines, and materials. That's how a person atones for everything they did in life. If you're interested in the detail, ask a quartermaster. She's in charge of this distribution. The previous holder of rank taught her how to tend to corpses. You saved my curiosity, Colonel. Wasn't my intention, but what's done is done. That'll be all then. As you wish. Petoshki mutters sourly in reply and stares at you as you walk away.
Victory awaits!
Chris Sergeant Dankosh, Sergeant Yanur. Oh, I didn't talk with those guys yet. How did I miss those guys? Oh yeah, I completely missed these guys. A large collection of crude tequilas made from bark, wood and bone lie before the sergeant. Each varies slightly from the next, however. Some clutch an Astra Militarum sigil in their talons, others have the number 32 carved into their wings, while another group have one head depicted as a mechanical bird skull. Is there something you wanted, your lordship? You enjoy making things? Yes, your lordship. I carve things for myself and for the fellows, and sometimes I take commission. You take commissions? See, there is this character called Lysandra. You do say you take commissions, so, what are your rates? I'll pay generously for some Lysandra. Place for volunteers, medals for awards, pieces to put on gun stocks. Sometimes I help with prosthetics, but I also do it for the pleasure of the thing. Argenta pulls off her glove before picking up an unfinished wooden figure of a soldier, as if afraid of damaging it. She turns the toy over in her hands, her brow furrowed in concentration, then suddenly grins. Carve a smile upon his face, master craftsman. Let the children know that a soldier must be stern toward the enemies, yet merciful toward those he protects, just as you are toward these little ones. Upon cocoons made out of leaves and what appeared to be human corpses inside. Oh, my door isn't closed. That's right. Noticing the confusion on your face, Yenner continues. That's our cemetery. Even a combing corpse is a resource and object of value for us. We inject certain poisons and other extracts into the leaf shreds to produce something good. Nutrient paste, camouflage ointment, glue, lots of things. So the people who serve in the funeral detachments are some of our most respected experts. They're even willing to risk their own hides to return a fallen soldier's body to their regiment. It's our means of survival. Squeezing the last juices from the dead. Cassie inhales sharply and covers her lips with her long fingers as if stifling a surge of nausea. I'd like to know more about the drover. The drover is an ancient creature. Maybe there's more than one. Every once in a while, the damn thing comes out and starts shrieking, making us deranged. Who knows why it does it? What we do know is that it's slowly driving everyone mad. Some people panic, some people get angry. It's different for everyone. Donovsky has ear protection, but they're the only pair, so there's no salvation. You tell me about your settlement? Of course, you'll be our commander soon enough, so it's only right you should know it. You can tell me about Merrill. Only from the stories of the old colleagues, people there are nothing but property, and minor mistakes are ground for imprisonment. Our regiment was once formed for such unfortunate souls. In short, it's a cursed place abandoned by the God Emperor. Tell me about Zarkov, then. It's our home, your lordship. Everything here is either poisonous, predatory, or fragile. In short, anything that isn't trying to kill you is only pretending to be safe. But you get used to it, and then you'll learn how to use it. Poisonous? You use it for medicine. Predatory means it's edible. Hard to kill? You could probably use its skin for armor. How fascinating. Monkey who could not subjugate the world have been forced to submit to the plants' laws instead. Your species is remarkably tenacious in its own survival. Badushki and Donovsky are senior officers here. They're commanders, not officers. There's a difference. My uncle, the colonel, has been in charge of the regiment for over 10 seasons. You won't find anyone on Zarkov who is more decent and tougher than him. I once saw him covering a retreat for the wounded. 3 suckers from a mace latched onto him, but he didn't even blink until he got the wounded soldier into the cage. They say the suckers just shriveled up and died later. Captain Quartermaster Donovsky is the colonel's right hand. She's in charge of supplies, which makes her my immediate commander. She's a good sword, just a little out there. Jenna makes a vague gesture near his head. She believes that now you've arrived, your lives will change overnight. Everything will get sorted and we'll head for the stars with you. That we'll get our atonement, even start eating off real plates. It used to sound like Commissar Claptrap, but now, I don't know, I'd better stick to my uncle's ways. You disagree with Donovsky? I am with Colonel Batovsky on this one, your lordship. There's nothing for us out there in the stars. We were born here, we must die here. The songs say our regiment used to serve as cover for the cleaner regiments and rot in the mud for them too. Here in Zarkov, at least I know who and what I'm fighting for. So you direct Commander Snosky with your support of Batorsky? Atonement for the one is a complicated thing. I do what needs to be done, and I have no complaints about Vetka. But for your rifle, all this was just an excuse to babble. Besides, Idstrig is my uncle. He raised me after my parents died. Turning on him would be as bad as what brother generals did. I'll be all then. Yes, your lordship. what did your platoon do? Well, officially we're a supply platoon. That is, we gather the resources that the cage needs to survive, and each of us has to have some special skill, like knowing about poisons, making ammo, or recharging power packs for lost weapons. We're supply troops, and that means we're the best of the best. How did you manage to manufacture ammunition in such conditions? There are these explosive flowers around here. They're pollen bursts as a substitute for, how do you call it, faisling. You get to recite a litany of fury over it and then mix it with some other things. We cuff bullets out of bark and bones, either from our own dead or some huge creatures. It's trickier with shell casings, but sometimes you bore a hole through wood nice and clean. It depends on whether you recited the litany of Herman labor correctly or not. If you get it wrong, then the bullets tend to misfire or even explode in the barrel. With a casing, you could use something that burns easily but holds its shape. I think some kind of coarse paper around here. That's a great idea, your lordship. The casing will burn on its own as long as you clean the barrel once in a while. When we have time, we'll do some tests. May the God Emperor, maybe maybe the Captain Quartermaster was right. We should find new ways to serve the God Emperor instead of just clinging to the old ones. I would supply troops need to know about poisons. Plenty of poisonous medicines growing around here, but, your lordship, poisons can be used as softening agents, medicine, and all sorts of useful things. And if you mix it right, you can even make sleep water. Sometimes we need it bad, especially after a few rough days in the suits. Is it that hard to recharge a power pack? Well, maybe it's easy for you. You probably have someone changing things back where you're from, but you don't have anything like that. But you can throw a battery on a fire. There's even a proper name for the ritual, but I can't remember it. The problem is that sometimes the battery just explodes. It's risky, and the right ruins them eventually anyways. So the ones who know exactly where to put it in the fire and how long to let it burn, they're valuable soldiers. Thank you for telling me this. Yes, I always survive, your lordship. I grow stronger and smarter. I'm gonna take my leave then. Okay, nothing else for me to do here. Then, yeah, let's fight the drover. Yeah, Pooja only has 80 HP. We're fairly squishy, actually. We have a very squishy party. Ooh,
We shall
saving.
prevail.
We shall
None shall
prevail.
stand in my way.
Alright, Drover, come here. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'll have the heavy flame and you don't scare me. This inspired the teammates to perform at their best. Offensive placement was improving Alice's effectiveness, improving the various opportunities to act. Well, that's just Cassia. Hey. Well, that, Mace acted quickly. Not Mace, Barricade. Or, you know, Argenta just clears the way. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Who are you? Your lordship! You turn around to see Captain Quartermaster catching up to you. Donovsky comes to a halt in front of you, stands to attention, and salutes. Captain Quartermaster Donovsky reporting for duty. I am here to serve as reinforcement. What is the plan of operation? Captain, what brings you by? According to the handbook, my primary duty as a guardsman is to aid the God Empress's faithful servants in a struggle against the enemies of humanity, and to preserve the life of a superior at the cost of my own. And you are to be our commander, after all. Please return to your regiment. Vedka only presses her lips tighter. Your lordship, I cannot. It would be transgression against the God Emperor if I didn't protect you in battle. I do believe me, Captain. Who will aid your regiment if I perish here? Who besides you can grant them to people need just something up there would be repairable? Yeah, come on. Persuasion has succeeded. Droski bites her lip, her gaze turning distant before regaining that sturdy look once more. She nods grimly to you. You are right, your lordship. You are right, your lordship. May the God Emperor protect you. The Captain Quartermaster turns around and walks off in the direction of the settlement.
I won't tolerate weakness.
So where would be the best point? Oh, ooh, that's a lot of grenades that the game is giving me. Almost like I probably should be using them. Gas cloud grenade, oil grenade. Yeah, probably not a bad idea to be equipping these. Oil grenade. Yeah, with you probably also just an oil grenade. I mean, I could use fire grenades. But Lysandra and fire grenades, I can't do that. You know, I have to do it like this, and then enforce grenade, gas cloud grenade. Put the gas cloud, put these two over here, and just have like oil. And you, yeah, that'll do. I want to go down here.
I'll wipe you from the face of the galaxy.
Oh, that's a flower. Yeah, these I have to kill, like, not quickly, but I should be killing them because... acid pool. Okay, Argenta, you go over there. Abelard. Here. Sandra over there, and then Cassia back here, and Yerilet. I mean, probably gonna be moving a lot, so... Just for now, stand there. 1375 HP. Ooh.
No, these ruby flashes are choking me.
Well, the thing also is that I can't really use Psy powers here, right? Yeah, I can't. Okay, so if I can blind these guys over here, I can send...
Who, if not me?
I can send me over here. A mobilization.
On it.
A sensory deprivation.
It's as good as done.
It has 5 stacks on it. Expose weakness. Yeah, it'll do, but...
I'll see to it personally.
A bit of damage, then I need... Yeah, Pujan. I need to get a buff.
Who, if not me?
I mean, they're not going to be able to move towards me, but if they're perplexed... Ones of Pink, the Cyber Raven... Suffers next instant of damage. Does all the connect targets mental damage. Oh, okay, so... Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know it was like that.
If it serves your cause.
Okay, hunt down the prey, but these maces are also issues.
This tedium is beneath me.
I have these two,
If it serves your cause.
This is the regular one, yeah.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If it serves your cause.
And then do one regular shot.
Fortune favors the swift.
And then just in case it survives. Yeah, you're trying to hit Pujan? Hell nah, brother. Oh yeah, the groves. Ugh. Oh, the drover is like all of this here. Okay. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
I'll do it.
It'll be very interesting to take care of. I mean, Pujan burning is not all that bad. If anything, I think he doesn't actually mind that. Like, it gives him buffs and everything, right? Or just move Argenta, like here? Yeah, like that. Yeah, this thing ain't dead. This thing ain't dead.
Do it.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
You heal yourself, and
Faith without deeds
yeah, run
is
and
worthless.
gun. Regular flamer attack. Okay. Oh, bugger off, man.
You'll regret this.
Ooh, Abelard almost dead, that is... Wait, what?
Do not dare ask.
Oppressive Shriek. All parties suffers -100 momentum. All enemies of the creature have to absorb the goose and cannot use officer abilities. Oh, that's horrendous.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
That's not very good. Oy, oy. I can't do that on those. Is it even gonna deal damage to them? It is. But I can't use the officer abilities anyways right now, so... What if I just go over here and do this? This is like the, next best thing I can do. Ow. Why are you fighting back? Don't fight back, please. It's very rude to fight back.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
That doesn't do a lot, but
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
you can heal yourself. No worries. A suitable place to the target. Yeah, wall of rockery, but how much is it? Just 5.
Indeed. It will be done.
Oh, yeah, this is the AoE hitting with the shield.
I will do my exemplary strike.
It should be blinded now. It isn't.
It will be done.
I was hoping it would be blinded. Okay, Pujan. If so, every enemy that's burning, and burning gives dodge. There should be a lot of dodge for Pujan. How much dodge should he have? 62%. Okay, it's not as good as I was hoping it would be.
All too easy.
Escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh yeah, Pujan deals more damage. It deals the damage over time damage as well.
Was your biggest mistake.
Okay, that's these two done. Oh, the growth will be a problem. At least they're not able to hit Urilet. These guys are still blinded, right? Yeah, so... Can you blind this guy? You can. Then move the bird. Then there's a mace here. There's those maces there. So can I blind this guy? Okay, I can blind the big one. Hey, stop hitting the burb. Okay, now blind. No, it's not in range. Well, blind that. Anything here I need to worry about? Suppose the barricade. I don't deal psychic damage to them. Mind bond with
I'll make it happen.
Genta. Got nothing else to do, so just shock damage. Sure,
It's as good as
dominate.
done.
I mean, all to do is immobilize them. Or make them more perplexed, which doesn't work on them. So it really is more of a waste.
I understand
Is
your
that gonna
intent.
kill?
The soul slips beyond the
Oh,
veil.
over penetration. Yeah, I forgot about that. Could shoot these barricades. They're level 2. Can I shoot the groves?
Stop trying,
Oh.
monkey.
You're trying, monkey. I do Deadeye.
Death with my hands.
Oh, the barricade survived. Oh, not for long.
If it serves your moving, no more.
Are you moving? No more. Making. What level is it? Level 3, so critical damage increase. Make that thing pray and just next turn. I always, instead of maturation, I read masturbation. Maybe that's because I'm with nothing better to do. Can I even do anything from here?
Rejoice in battle. It's nothing.
I mean, it's just an acid pool. You'll be fine. But I can shoot, yeah.
I'll do it.
Wait, did I just disable that? I think I disabled it. Whoopsie. And free attack. You're sure.
Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
Wait, oh, I have to first do the attack and then the free attack. Okay. Ew. Why are you vomiting on me? What is this vomit blast? Ow.
Too much for me.
Ah, poor girl.
Well, I didn't need Cassia to die, but well,
My place is at the fore.
yeah, I really did need Cassia to die there. That was unnecessary.
At your beck and call.
That was very unnecessary.
Indeed.
Sorry, Cassia. Didn't think it was gonna be AoE.
Who thought that was a good
Gonk.
idea?
You did. You
I
approved
will
of it.
do my duty.
Who said it was a good idea? You helped.
Not a problem for me.
Okay, more buff. What is it? 80% armor. Oi, oi, oi.
My tactics are flawless.
I mean, this thing is not dead yet. I'm just gonna keep Pujan back here to wait for this thing to
Suits my
reappear.
purposes.
I mean, there isn't really much else I can do right now with Pujan. Yeah, no, there isn't. Well, in that case, then Pujan, you
All too easy.
just gonna buff you as much as I can.
Already done.
Yeah, there's some things that are planning on respawning, but
Those who sacrifice for the Imperium.
hey, you're trying to hit Pujan? Yeah, he has that 90% armor now. Was that 9 deflection? Does Pujan have 9 deflection? He has 9 deflection. I killed that thing. Okay, nice. I could destroy the barricade.
Is beneath.
Don't get hunt down the prey. Hunt down the freeman.
If it serves your
raid.
cause.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I am not no weakness. from my sight.
Yeah, and if this thing decides to still be alive by then, gonna get shot in the face. With the sniper rifle in, I'd say fairly close range.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Oh. Abelard can't fight back. Okay, I thought Abelard would be able to fight back, but...
The enemies of the Emperor will be
This is
undone.
a horrendous idea. Wait, was my last attack? I think my last attack was... It was AoE.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I need to reload. But I can't also just
I'll do it.
shoot.
This is unacceptable.
Is it gonna hit Abelard? Oh, I shouldn't do this. I can do this. I'll
As the
do
Emperor
this.
commands, I act.
It barely does any damage. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that.
I'll do it.
Run and
I
gun though.
refuse.
Will this kill? Does she have confident approach? She doesn't.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the
Because
fire
because I
in my heart.
accidentally disabled it. Yeah.
As the Emperor commands. Emperor's judgment.
That's one growth down, but wait, that don't look good. That don't look good. Ah, minus 100 momentum. Wait, Lysandra is dead since when? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I've suffered worse.
She lives it, potentially.
We go hand in hand.
Was bleeding, burning, and toxin.
This wound will make a fine scar.
Ministration is a holy task.
Can I kill that carnivorous swarm?
I'd rather not.
Can he not move there? He cannot move at all.
Field medicine at its finest. At your beck and call.
Argenta, I need you to move. Good thing I have this on Abelard.
Someone else
Lord.
can do this.
Lord. Now I'm hungry. But if I move Pujan here, can he still hit that? He can.
Suits my purposes.
Yeah, you're not gonna hit Pujan. Yeah.
Not a problem for me.
We're gonna need at least two.
Suits my purposes.
Almond,
Too
turn
easy.
this one on. Use for one run does meter on commander. It does not suffer damage from other thing. 20% more damage to enemies over attack since ability activation. Okay, now I understand how that one works.
Suits my purposes. Curse you, miscreant!
And the flower has turned back into the acid pool. Yay.
I'll live another day. Worse.
Blocked it. Blood, you hunk of a man.
If it serves your cause.
Wait, this one is a prey? What do you mean you're prey? Why isn't this enough damage? If I shoot with this one, 70 to 72, 67 to 76, makes no difference.
I deal death with my hands.
Yeah, that's not a kill. Can't kill from where you are.
slips beyond the veil?
Oh, another one.
Deal death with my hands.
Oh no, I have to reload. If only I...
I am not
If
your
only I
Xenos
had... If only I had a second weapon to avoid having to reload. Oh, the horrors.
Just a minor setback.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I should be able to... If I move here, can I hit all of those? I can. It only costs
Guided
one?
by faith.
Ooh. Well then, Argenta, have fun burning it.
The tempest.
Oh, this must feel so good to do. Yeah, the drover is about to be dead. Oh. Does she have 59 zeal stacks?
Endure.
Fired up. 1% critical damage per hit. Reveals damage. Ui. Abelard, why do you not want to move? Abby, are you just lazy?
Victory is imminent.
Abby is a bit lazy. I mean, like... Yeah, he has the mole. Yeah, I forgot, I forgot I removed all his ranged weapons because he wasn't gonna hit anything anyways. Wouldn't you just wait
Not a
there?
problem for me. Already done. I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this. Okay, yeah, nothing I can do with Bojano. Oh, the flower is back. Ooh, the drover is tanky.
If it serves your cause.
I mean, can't I actually
I
just
understand
reload
your
it now?
intent.
Then...
I am not your Xenos pet
It
monkey.
should give me more, right? 55 to 63. Okay, now that was a horrendous idea.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. This tedium
Wait,
is beneath.
it survives. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't survive.
State your intention.
Yay. That was
I'll lay
cool.
claim to the stars.
I like the collective HP thing that it had going. At first I was under the impression I have to destroy all the ads and then the Dover, but no. Gains positive bonus to low war. Whenever the wearer hits a demon or a psyker for the first time in combat, the target suffers -5 willpower and perception of -1 psi rating until the end of combat. Does not stack. I mean, Lysandra does have something like that. 10 warp, but suffers more damage. So I have no reason... Oh, this is this. Okay. I mean, the movement speed or movement points are not really all that useful, so... Ooh, no strength because of broken ribs. Yeah, Lysandra does not have a lot of strength. Ooh, Okay, can I like get
It's about time.
past? Can
We
I?
should deal with this.
Goods. This primitive journal is assembled from proceedly. Is it okay if I read that next time? The partially decomposed human body has been considered a bit sticky, but you can still make out the signs of mutation on the rotting face. Elixir of warp neutrality. Gains immunity to warp damage and inflicts a -10 penalty to fellowship, but the user cannot deal warp damage until the end of combat.
I always get the job done.
The symbols on the ground hold no sorcerer's power. The creator attempted to invoke both the God Emperor and the forces of the war, but was too ignorant of how to do either.
Victory awaits.
Okay, more loot. There's a flamer here. Ticket Slayer. Flame weapons have 2 special area attacks with different areas of effect. Okay, it's just... I'm gonna have the heavy flamer. And I take it this is the grave of the... Siberian.
They say a little bit of humility never hurts anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
After the executioner uses Call of Music, if any target has suffered and will suffer damage from the execution of this combat, but prior to and after this ability, the armor does not reduce damage dealt by damage of a time effect. Nah. If the God of Misery is used, enemies in the 6-hour radius suffering from any damage over time if immediately suffer an instant. Nah. Until the end of combat, damage dealt to enemies by execution damage over time if increased by 100%. Until the end of combat, the execution is healed by damage over time from the suffering damage. Yeah, this is like... Oh, you already have this. Yeah, sure. Like damage from ignoring armor. Yeah, sure. Wait, so the next level is gonna be exemplar. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oi.
What advice do you seek?
None. At the end of the next turn, the Vanguard cannot die. Until the start of the next turn, all damage suffered by the Vanguard is reduced by 7. Until the end of combat, all allies in a 3-star radius suffer less damage. Until the start of the Vanguard next turn, each attack rate target. And this one. Got more from that. Also, sorry for yawning, but it is late. State superiority. I use this one a few times. The first time in combat, when the Archmage reaches 0 wounds, one of the effect of this, the Archmage restores 90% of the maximum wounds and loses this effect. At the end of combat, I already have this one. Each attack grants 2% bonus to critical hit. Jesus. Yeah. Until the end of combat, the Archmilitant's attacks do not spend all MP. Additionally, each attack grants a stacking 5% bonus to dodge for 5 rounds. The Archmilitant can use both Heroic Act of the Archmilitant and the Heroic Act of Warrior Soldier in single combat. Use both of them? You can still use the Heroic Act or Desperate Measure once per round. Yeah. Then Lysandra, when the thing becomes a target of an enemy's head, the Overseer has the damage increased by 2%. When the Overseer uses Overcharge. Overcharge was... that's Cyber Mastiff. Whenever the Overseer uses their archetype ability, the Overseer and definitely game with a faction for 1 round. When the Overseer uses this reactivate. Whatever is increased by +5 for each party member still in combat. It was this overcharge. Oh, this is that thing. The ability itself. Next until the end of combat. Yeah, I didn't really use any of them, but yeah. The most traditional one random ally make 2 attacks instead of 1 during Orchestrated Firestorm and Last Volley. Orchestrated Firestorm can be used multiple times per combat, once per turn. Oh, that allows you the most tactician to have an incapable of area attacks. Use these area attacks instead of single attacks against. Yeah, sure. Just anyone who can shoot, just shoot. The bounty on his 5 MP and still 3 charges of hunt down the prey. Whenever the bounty attacks exactly 1 target, which is marked as prey, the wild hunter's attack is more prey has MP reduced by. Yeah, just 1. Right. Wait. I did say we're gonna be a short stream tonight. And well, I am keeping my word. It is. It is gonna be a short stream because I wish to go to bed.